This guy right here, man, I'm going to tell you, man, Rich Nice, Tracy G, this man has been planting roots in the soil for a long time. We go way back, Tracy. You remember last time we had him on the show?
Of course.
Yeah, and he was breaking down the vernacular of women and when they should and when they should not use profanity. And that just went, man, I had women texting me and tweeting me for months after that. I was almost mad at this dude. Like, damn, TK, I didn't say it. He said it, And then, but we go way back, man. We was just talking recently to the late 80s. Early 90s, we go that far back, and
Yes.
I remember the N.W.A. days with Eazy-E. We just
Yes.
played this song "Easy" with Game and Kanye,
Right,
man.
right.
And I'm in L.A., man. I would be remiss not to ask you anything you could tell us about your time with Eazy-E, man.
Oh, let me tell you, man.
Oh, we got TK Kirkland here, man.
Yeah,
Hold on.
That's
yeah,
right.
thank you.
My bad.
Thank you,
Get ahead of yourself.
My bad.
To the universe,
Okay.
Sway's universe. Okay, I love to be involved. No, one of the greatest things that happened, I talk about it on stage now, and it all started when I came out here. I had met Bobby Brown. He was at New Edition. Then I met a gentleman, Al Heyman. Al Heyman now is the manager and promoter of Floyd Mayweather.
Biggest promoter in boxing.
And he used to do Budweiser Soup Fest back in the day, the
I remember that.
concerts. So he said, TK, I'm going to put this concert together in Los Angeles. Bobby Brown just left New Edition. I'll put Tina Reid. And I'm going to put this new guy on. He whines a lot, but the women like him. Keith Sweat. I'm going to put Keith Sweat on the show. So we go do the concert at the LA Forum. And in a mission, the DJ is rocking. 20,000 people packed. The DJ is rocking. And he plays his local rap group's music. And the audience just lose their mind. I'm standing next to Bobby Brown. I'm like, yo, Bobby, who is that? And Bobby happens to be looking in the audience. He said, yo, there go them brothers right there. So I've always managed myself. I always put myself in a position. You're going to know I'm there. I walk off the stage. I come up to this young man, and I said, yo, I'm T to the motherfucking K. That nigga said, an easy motherfucking E. What? So Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube came to see me perform at the Comedy Store. They said, nigga, you fire. Let's go. And took me on my first tour, straight out of motherfucking Compton.
That's how that
Damn,
happened.
that's how
Damn.
that happened.
Gangster.
Straight out of Compton. It's a crazy.
Took me on my
TK.
first tour.
Now you doing a show tonight with Mike Epps, right?
Yeah, Mike Epps at the Chinese Man Theater. Me, Mike Epps, a few other young comedians, Dominique, G-Thang. It's going to be off the chain.
It's gonna be.
I'm
all right.
headlining, so it's cool.
Did you say that again?
I'm headlining. Yeah, just make sure we
So
understand.
So it's cool.
He went from opening the Easy to headlining the Mike Epps concert.
Papa's
And,
collar.
and then the interesting thing about that, when you mentioned N.W.A. and Dr. Dre, they performing at the Super Bowl halftime
Yes.
show, man. For you, when you see that evolution of Dre,
Yes.
and Snoop is all, is Kendrick, it's all lineage of, N.W.A.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes. And
What-
we're all offsprings, right? We're all offsprings. And I can honestly
Eminem,
say, right, when I see comedians wearing the T-shirts, the baseball caps, they have no idea truly that came from me being with N.W.A. Because back then we had to wear the slacks and the shirts. This is before they let us in the improvs. See, because these young kids don't understand, we were never in the improvs. We had to have our own black comedy clubs. And then once we got popular, they let us in because all black comedians made all the white comedy club owners multimillionaires because the white comics wasn't bringing in those kind of numbers that African-American comedians was doing. So a lot of comics understand with the baseball caps, the jeans that they wear. I took that from N.W.A. And N.W.A., even their blueprint, Report of the Streets.
Yep.
Keep it at 100. I took that from Ice Cube, Dr. Dre. When we was hanging in the studio, when we was on tour, we used to sit around in the hotel room, and I took that same idea in 1980, 89, put it to my stand-up, and boom, the rest is history.
The rest is history. I can't even imagine because I was watching something, man. It was talking about the history of the Comedy Store.
Yes.
Right, and then Joe Torey and,
Yes.
and Robin Harris, and,
Okay, right.
and what it was like at that time, and even getting into these mainstream comedy stores. What was the change? What was the switch?
The change was Def Jam.
Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy Jam changed the whole game. And as a businessman, when you see something pop, as an owner, you're like, oh, let me get these people in my club. So the owners only did what was right. Let me get these people in my club and start booking them to make money. So you have the D.L. Hugleys, you have the Samores, you have the TK Kirkland from back in the day. working, and everything else is history. So when you see the young comedians, 85 South, you see the internet comedians doing well, right?
I love 85 South.
These guys, I'm so happy for them, but I really wish everybody knew the history on how all this took off, because it just ain't happened. It was a path to all that, and it's just like how the comedians make so much money today. It's like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird in basketball. They were some of the greatest players in the world, but the guys on the bench make more money than Magic and Larry Bird combined together for the time they played.
Ain't that something?
Isn't that
Wow.
something?
You heard that, Tracy? I mean, I know John Sally was talking about that because he said he lost all his NBA money because he was signed in the 80s.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
he wasn't able to sustain that money. How has your transition been as a comedian into this digital age? Like when you talk about 85 South,
Yes.
you know, and you see a lot of Instagram comics who are making good money, doing well for themselves.
Right.
Not, and this has nothing to do with 85 South. We know they could hold a tier on stage.
Right.
We've seen them improv hours.
Yes.
And sell out concerts across the country.
Yes.
But not every person that got famous on Instagram could hold a crowd on stage, right? So,
Right. And what I say to that, some got the popularity, but not the talent. So I'm hoping as time goes on, their talent will match their popularity, because it could go either way, right? Young comics like us back in the day, we had to get famous for people to know us. Well, today you're instant famous. So now, can you one day match the talent that you are supposed to have? Because two young comedians, I feel, could have been greater than what they were, but they got famous so fast, and that's Chris Tucker and Jamie Foxx. See, when they started,
Jamie.
watch what happened.
Okay,
when they started stand-up comedy,
the Oscar award-winning Jamie
watch
Foxx.
what I'm about to tell you though.
Okay, I just want to be careful here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx blew up in 5 years of his stand-up. And comedy, to me, is based on pain and struggle and wisdom. There's no substitute for experience, Paul Mooney used to tell me. So even though those guys went on to be great actors, stand-up comedians, they could have been much, 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 much better. So they left a lot of money on the table because they didn't put a lot of work. To me, it's just my opinion. They didn't put a lot of work in the stand-up world, but they were just so amazingly talented, they didn't need to. So they went a whole nother direction. Whereas everybody has their own lane. So many comedians now that really is enough comics for everybody in the country to go see. The last 6 years have been some of the best for TK Kirkland because of shows like yourself, podcasts. See, you guys are my David Lettermans from back in the day. Yeah. You guys are my Arsenio Hall. You understand?
Shout out to Arsenio.
Yeah, see, because I couldn't get on them shows back in the day. See, so now that we have social media, I'm everywhere now. You know, so now the world is starting to recognize TK, but my talent speaks for itself. I believe demonstration is better than conversation.
Okay, TK Kirkland here, man. I was, that's kind of rattled me when you said Jamie and Chris, man. Jesus, I know, like Jamie Foxx, like
talented.
Jamie Foxx,
Talented though.
Living color, like Jamie's hilarious, man. But
and that's television. I'm talking about actually on the stand-up mic.
I've seen him do stand-up though.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm saying he could have been greater.
Okay, would you trade?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Would you trade what he's accomplished in his career with the Oscars, the movies, the TV series, the shows, music? Would you trade that if you was him? Like,
see, here's the difference about me. You know me a long time. Yeah. So I come up as a hustler.
Yeah.
See, life to me is not material things and objects, right?
Okay.
Because in the world of street, I'm an Oscar award winner.
Oh shit! I heard that.
See,
he got
an
Oscar in the hood.
Yeah, see, I'm an Oscar. I've always been rich and successful, even back in the '90s. So it's not really about money, right?
Okay.
So success to me is my children loving me. Sex to me is breathing. Success to me is here talking to you.
Yeah.
See, because I lost my mother and fathers all before I was 40. So I have no family. So my family is deceased, right? So to still be here, to still be striving, to still have ambition, to still have this this drive to keep going. It's in my DNA. I'm in my 60s.
Yeah.
So, I'm not,
Word?
I'm not
look
20.
Wow,
amazing.
TK.
Look
Thank you.
Damn, what the hell?
What?
Yeah, I'm in my
This is what
60s.
60s look like?
Yeah, so I'm in my
Wow.
60s. So I'm not, it's
Man,
like the
hey,
still,
hey, let me shut up.
The hell with an
Yo,
Oscar.
bro.
Get that man an Akbar. He needs an Akbar.
the still,
Right?
the still have this drive. I got, man, you have no, like I love life so much. That's so amazing to me that I could go to bed at 10 and be up at 3 and seem like I slept for 8-9 hours. I just gotta go, and I just love it. So, to do this and to know that I've done it consistently. See, mostly all the comedians in the industry called TK consistent.
Yeah.
See, I may not have got an Oscar, but man, I've been consistent for over 37 years.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
Consistent. You feel me? And that means everything to me.
Man, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. What you got, a skin transplant? How
Well,
you
not
do this,
just
man?
take care of my, what people always ask what I put on my skin.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, it's the thing that's been around since day one.
Water.
Vaseline.
Vaseline?
Vaseline. Your mother ain't
Come
never
on,
put
man.
Vaseline on your face when you was growing
that
up?
was just because we couldn't afford Nivea. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
think Vaseline. I just put Vaseline.
That's Vaseline?
That's Vaseline. Soap, wash your butt first, and then Vaseline.
Oh
I take it to the basics.
Take it to the
I
basics.
take it to the basics.
Damn, Vaseline. Man, you need to do some Vaseline commercials. You need to be the
Vaseline.
ambassador. Let me ask you this then, man. At this stage, are you married?
No.
I would imagine that, and then Tracy, you could chime in because
Yeah.
you're very outspoken when it comes to relationships, and especially women. You give a lot of
Yes.
your perspective on women. Do women that you do meet, are they intimidated when they
Yep,
meet you?
they sure are.
What is it like?
I have to convince them that I'm just a gentleman, but I'm just a man. I'm just a man's man. And what that means to me and to the world, see, the problem that I have is it's the other men in the world.
Okay.
See, I move a certain way. See, I move solid. I'm a man. If I say something, I'll do it. If I see something wrong, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. My goal is, my job is to give you the information. It's up to how you process it. And I believe a man's supposed to teach a woman. You got to elevate a sister. So as soon as you meet in your mind, you got to say, do I need to, can I be involved in her life, right? Because if she has too much confusion, how can I come in to put things right, even if I'm not going to be with this sister a long time? As a man, my job is to put her on a certain direction so that she can achieve in life. But most men want to take from a female. They want to destroy a female. Whereas I meet a person, my friends to this day still love me to this day because I'll teach them how to kick it with the man that they with. I'll tell them, hey, you can't say that. You got to be quiet and listen to what the brother got to say, especially if he's a provider and a leader. And my conversation is always based on motivating. I always try to tell a woman and a man, have your stuff together before you approach each other, because your choice in men and women will be totally different. Have something to bring to the table. But the way the world is now, it's best for females to stay single and purchase a relationship every now and then. Like kick it with a guy and send him on about his way, but never let a dude move in with you. When a guy come out the car and has his little bag, you got to tell the guy, because dudes get comfortable.
Yeah, ain't
You
going
say,
nowhere.
you can get 2 outfits out that bag, but leave the other in the car. You can't bring your whole bag in my house,
Because when you purchase, you can return more easily.
And just that, you ladies and the women, y'all want to fall in love so bad because it's a pandemic. They let guys move in with them. And I tell women, one, if you really want a guy and see he's serious, ask him for first and last month's rent to see if he's for real, right? And two, guys, if you move in a woman, if your name ain't on the lease, you're homeless.
Shit, hey man.
If
I'm
your
listening.
name ain't on the lease,
You're homeless.
you're homeless.
It ain't your
Because
home.
get in an argument with a woman today. See, because most men are dating women outside their weight class, right? Guys are weighing 175, but the girls is 240. Domestic violence has risen 19.5% since the pandemic, right? It's the women whooping the men's asses now, right? It's the guys running down the stairs. with the pajamas, the robes, the slippers, with the bonnet, running down the street as the cops. Yeah, as the cops are coming down the street, and the guys are saying, "I called you, I called you." It's the women in them about shoot him. Yeah.
Yo, man, TK Kirkland is here, man. With the bonnet. Tracy, I know you trying to get in there. Go ahead, Tracy.
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate so much that you said, TK, especially because all the qualities you described about yourself simply describe a leader. You know what I mean? How I see it as. And so I'm wondering, besides just teaching women, how do you feel about treating women? Because that was a conversation we were having earlier on the show, because Future, he was doing a trailer for his music video, and he was sitting down with Kevin Samuels, and he was saying how he's addicted to spoiling beautiful women. And Sway was talking about how he's flown out women for I don't know how much X dollars, spent $3,000 on bags. And I feel like it's just expensive to date nowadays. How do you feel about when a man should blow a bag on a woman?
I don't think you're supposed to blow a bag on a woman.
Okay.
I believe knowledge is a lot longer and thicker than DICK, right? And what men need to understand is you still could take a woman shopping. Like, I'll lay there. I'll take you, we go eat, lay at the Ritz-Carlton, and they'll say, baby, you know what? Let's get up early and go shopping. Oh, really? Yeah. We're going to go to Neiman Marcus, and you can have everything that's on sale, but you cannot buy nothing that's full price. You understand what I'm saying?
A test.
Yeah, I'll get you everything on sale.
Wow.
See, what people trying to do is impress a female. But nobody really respects you if you're really trying to impress. I see them on Instagram, the Rolexes, the bags that women get.
They respect the material, not
right.
you.
And what a man got to ask the females when you meet her, and listen to me, fellas, what have you accomplished in life? What's your character? What's your substance? You know, how do you act when there's issues around the room? How do you behave when we go out? Can I bring you around my closest friends? You know, how's your vocabulary?
Yes.
Are you reckless? You know, if what's more than 2 drinks? What happens when you take more than 2 drinks? Are you sloppy? Are you disrespectful? Do you walk around with your ass out?
Tracy is like, yes.
Yo, because this plays into, TK, why I've always felt like dudes shouldn't have women calling them daddy.
Oh, no. They can't call me daddy.
Subconsciously,
I got a daughter. You can't call me daddy.
You can't exactly. You can't call me daddy. Like, you can't call me daddy. But here's the thing now, and let's make sure we're clear.
You can't call me
My
daddy.
perception on how life should be is different because there's an age barrier.
Right.
Good point.
See, there's an age barrier. People 30, 40 years younger than me are not respecting nothing that I'm saying right now. Because young kids are being raised by young parents. See, back in the day, you really had the leadership of old school ways, elders, and ultimate respect. The kids today don't respect you. The kids today will go toe-to-toe with you, word to word, and think that they're right. So you find yourself bowing down to them so it doesn't lead to an argument. So you got to be smart enough to have wisdom to say, you know what, I'm not going to win this battle. I'm not going to win this battle today. I'm just going to let them think what they want. But one thing I do know, as young kids today go through life, you're going to bump your head. And 20, 30, 40 years from now, everything that I'm saying today, what you don't agree with, you will be agreeing with.
You'll be repeating
TK
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
Jump on that. GB, you one of those kids.
Nah, because I was going to talk about TK. You were doing a stand-up routine one night, and you paused to talk to this kid in the crowd. And you were like, hey, man, what do you do for a living? And he just would not tell you what he did. And then you found out he was I think he said he was 20.
Right.
And remember the girl was sitting next to him.
Yes.
And you found out that she was paying for his clothes and his lifestyle. And it just really got weird and awkward between the two of them. But where do you draw the line between giving somebody solid advice and when to step away and just be like, you know what, this is none of my business. Let them go ahead and make mistakes. I'm out of it.
That's a good question. That's a real good question because it is kind of complicated. Because sometimes you meet a female and you want to sex her. You're like, oh, I like this girl. Then I tell men, when you hear a female talk, evaluate the situation. You gotta see it in levels like 3D, like the metaverse. Put it like that, right? Yeah. Do I see myself involved in this situation? Oh, this is crazy. Like I can't see. I got peace in my life. So why would I venture down this path to put myself in turmoil and confusion and yelling and arguing. So I'll give this person as much knowledge as I can, call every now and then to give that person some advice, because I always tell people, why put yourself through that when there's a group of college bitches graduating in June? It's a whole new team coming out here. It's a whole new team coming.
Yo, whole new team, a whole new draft. Hey, listen, man, we about to wrap up the show in a minute, brother.
Sir,
so,
yes,
but
sir.
Congratulations.
So, hey, listen, I hit you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you how I move. This shows the testament of my age. I called Sway in November to book this today.
Wow.
November.
Yo.
That's how far advanced I am in this game. Like, everybody who's working on stuff now, I'm already on the year 2025, 2026.
And it was, and he was hitting me with urgency, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with TK?" Right? So I finally like, "What you doing with me?" I'm like, "Yo, is he all right, Rich? What the fuck? What's going on with TK?" And this, yo, TK, you good, man? Yeah, man. I just want to book the show. What? When? Tomorrow? This motherfucker was like, "Nah, man. Next year." I was like, "Oh man, come on." I'm not even in the studio, man. Hold on, man. Fuck yo, man. I was losing sleep over that, bro.
I sure what he said. He was like, T, you sure next year? I said, yeah, dog, next year I'm good. That's just because that's from
like,
wisdom and maturity. I stay ahead of the game, and I always believe in get your stuff accomplished, handle your business, and don't put people like yourself and Miss Kelly and people who are in charge of certain things in position to bend over backwards. You could do this so far in advance. I like everything to be smooth and easy.
It works out, man.
And
what a lesson.
You do that way. Yeah, I move that way.
Well, look, y'all can check them out tonight at Riddles Comedy Club, correct?
No, Riddles is going to be this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with Damon Williams.
Oh, shit.
All right? That's this Friday, Saturday. Tonight is at the Chinese Man Theater with Mike Epps.
Okay.
Then the 16th, catch me in Tommy T's doing something for the Black Panthers up there. I'm excited about that. Yeah, it's going to be gangster. I'm looking forward to that. And then catch us at the All-Star Break at the Improv in Cleveland, Ohio. Put the word on the street. All the shows is going to be insane. Get your tickets today as soon as you hear it, because it's going to sell out. I'm on Sway Universe.
There it is,
You already know what
Better
it
get
is.
your tickets now, man. All right, TK Kirkland, man. Congratulations. Y'all follow him at TK_Kirkland.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sway, may your pain be champagne.
Thank you, brother. All right, man.